This is question 17 from the further quadratics task. The reason I'm doing this one, I haven't done this question yet. The reason it's standing out to me is because there's a k instead of a number in the question. But when I say k instead of a number, instead of an x, the k is just simply like an x. It's nothing, there's nothing hard here. I'm going to make this equal to 0. Right, so we have subtracted k from both sides and we've added 7 to both sides so that we're left with 0 on the right. At this point, 42, you can actually factorize it without quadratic formula, but I'd probably be suggesting quadratic formula is your friend here. There is something you can do called the AC method. This is what I do anyway, where I look at the AC. Right, so I do 6 times 7 is 42, and I think, can I use factors of 42 to make this 13? And the answer is you can, because you could do minus 7 times minus 6. So this AC method, as I've heard it called, is really about, can you split up the middle term to help you factorize? So I can, and then basically all I do is I group the two. I group that and group this. So I say, all right, well here I had k, 6k minus 7, and here there's no common factors, so I'm just going to pull a 1 out and be left with 6k minus 7 again. If this method's working, I should be getting a common factor at this point. The 6k minus 7 is now common to the two terms that I have left. 6k minus 7, k minus 1, and now I can apply null factor law and I can see that k equals 1 over here if I want to get this 0, or 6k minus 7 has to equal 0, meaning that k has to equal 7 divided 6. Right, so there's the two solutions. The fact that this quadratic was non-monic, right, this means it's not 1 or it's not monic, means use quadratic formula most of the time. Well, we don't have x's, we've got k's. So we could say we've got 13 plus or minus square root, your b squared term will be 169 minus your 4ac, so we 4 times 6 times 7, times 6 times 7, and then you'll have your 12 on the bottom, right? And you should be getting the same solutions, either 1 or 7 on 6 once you go through that and tidy it up.